Welcome to Bike Lane, where we break down bikes from every corner of the road, old-school legends, modern rockets, and everything in between. Today, we're diving into a cruiser that has stood the test of time, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750. It's not flashy, not overly high-tech, and that's exactly why it continues to win hearts. The Shadow is for riders who appreciate simplicity, reliability, and style that never goes out of fashion. In this video, we'll unpack everything from its design and performance to real-world riding experience and why, even in 2025, it still deserves a spot in the cruiser scene. Legacy and evolution. Before we talk specs and numbers, let's take a second to appreciate the legacy. The Shadow line has been around since the early 80s. Over the decades, it's built a reputation for being dependable, comfortable, and beginner-friendly. While many models in the cruiser class have come and gone, the Shadow has quietly stayed in the game by keeping things simple and sticking to what works. The 2025 model doesn't reinvent the wheel, it refines it, keeping the soul of the original alive while bringing just enough updates to keep it modern. Classic cruiser styling. Right out of the gate, the design of the 2025 Shadow 750 screams classic cruiser. It's got that teardrop tank, low-slung profile, and wide handlebars that practically beg you to sit back and enjoy the ride. Honda hasn't tried to make it overly futuristic, which we actually appreciate. The new model comes in a few fresh colorways, deep metallic blues, matte blacks, and a burgundy red that really pops in the sunlight. There's more attention to trim details too, with better chrome finishing, blacked-out engine cases on some trims, and a cleaner integration of the exhaust system. It's a cruiser that looks like it belongs in 2025, but still feels like a nod to the golden age of motorcycles. Engine and performance. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, or in this case, under the tank. The 2025 Shadow 750 sticks with the same 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin engine that's powered this platform for years. It's tuned for smooth, low-end torque rather than high-rev power, which is exactly what you want in a cruiser. You're looking at around 44 horsepower and 64 Newton-meters of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but it translates to a ride that's incredibly smooth, confident, and unintimidating. Whether you're cruising through the city or enjoying a relaxed highway stretch, the power delivery is steady and predictable. The 5-speed transmission complements the engine perfectly, with a tall fifth gear that makes highway cruising calm and vibration-free. And thanks to the shaft drive, there's virtually no maintenance on the drivetrain, no chains to lube, no sprockets to swap. That's a big win for riders who just want to ride and not wrench every weekend. Comfort and ergonomics. Comfort is where the Shadow really shines. It's built for relaxed riding. Wide seat, forward controls, and that upright riding position that doesn't stress your back. The seat height is just under 26 inches, which means flat footing at a stop is easy for most riders, even shorter ones. That alone makes it one of the more accessible cruisers on the market. Suspension is basic, with a telescopic front fork and dual rear shocks, but it's tuned for plushness. No, it's not sport bike sharp, but it soaks up city bumps and highway cracks without a fuss. The Shadow is the kind of bike that invites you to go for a casual, unhurried ride and enjoy the scenery without the need to push limits. Handling and real-world ride. Despite its cruiser looks, the Shadow 750 handles surprisingly well. The low center of gravity and balanced frame geometry make it stable through turns and easy to maneuver at low speeds. Whether you're weaving through traffic or pulling into tight parking spots, the bike feels predictable and easy to control. At highway speeds, the Shadow stays composed. The engine isn't working too hard, and the vibrations are minimal, especially considering it's a V-twin. It's also a great bike for two-up riding. Add a passenger seat and some saddlebags, and it turns into a competent light tourer for weekend getaways. Technology and features. Now, if you're expecting a big TFT screen or smartphone connectivity, you'll want to look elsewhere. The Shadow 750 keeps things analog and minimal. A large, easy-to-read speedometer sits on the tank, and that's about it. No ride modes, no traction control, not even a gear indicator. And yet, for many riders, that's exactly the appeal. Fewer distractions, fewer things to go wrong. That said, it does include some essentials: fuel injection, ABS on select trims, and an updated lighting setup. The headlight and turn signals have been subtly modernized with better brightness and energy efficiency, but they still retain that round, retro charm. Who is this bike for? The 2025 Honda Shadow 750 isn't trying to be everything for everyone. If you want raw speed, high-tech features, or aggressive styling, you've got other options. But if you want a cruiser that's easy to ride, looks great, and won't let you down, this bike hits the sweet spot. New riders will love how forgiving it is, while veteran riders will appreciate how little fuss it takes to own. It's also one of the most affordable cruisers in its class, both in terms of purchase price and maintenance costs. Factor in Honda's reliability, and you've got a bike that could easily last decades with basic upkeep. Final thoughts. In a motorcycle world obsessed with tech and performance figures, the 2025 Honda Shadow 750 is a breath of fresh air. It's a bike that doesn't try to impress with specs, it wins you over with experience. Smooth rides, timeless style, low maintenance, and an affordable price point. It's a cruiser that knows exactly what it is, and makes no apologies for it. If you're looking for a no-nonsense, classic V-twin cruiser that will last you for years, the Shadow 750 should definitely be on your radar. It may not be the loudest bike in the lineup, but it's quietly one of the best. Outro. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2025 Honda Shadow 750. What do you think? Does it still hold up in today's market, or are you craving more modern upgrades in your cruiser? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a ride with Bike Lane. Until next time, ride safe and stay classic.